At Queen's, Mark was a project director for Creo, the complex consulting business, and he also got involved with Royal Tide Designs as a graphic manager. And you need to talk to you about some of the t-shirts, Mark. Mark also played varsity volleyball when he was here at Queen's. He has a CFA level 1 and is a candidate for CFA level 2, and he's accepted a position starting in July with Barclays Capital in Calgary, Alberta. So please join me in honoring Mark.
So I'd just like to apologize to those of you on the varsity volleyball. That was actually a carryover from high school. So I'm sure we were taught in the workshops not to do that. But that was the high school volleyball. So an hour ago, I heard that I shouldn't have been accepted into commerce. And then a number of my emails were read out loud. So obviously my confidence is a little shot. But I'm going to continue anyway. Good evening, and congratulations to the deserving award winners. This class has accomplished so much. In fact, this class is so successful that for the past 4 years, I've had to downplay your accomplishments to my parents. All in an effort to appear comparable. And I actually asked that these awards weren't presented at convocation so that I could tell them I won all of them. Possibly with the exception of the faculty awards. Yes, the class of 2012 truly sets a high bar. So let's look at the past 4 years with this class. We started off living in residence, which we always seemed to think was closer to goods, as a result of our confident commerce minds. We'd wake up in res at 8:20 with the impression that goods was essentially just attached to our building. And morning after morning, we'd realize this was not the case. When we arrived in goods, we'd have plenty of time, as long as there wasn't something odd, like a mini putt or cookies, free cookies, in between us and our class. Yes, for reasons we didn't understand, the atrium was a gauntlet of distractions. If you got through this, all you had to do was get your room number right. When I first arrived, I was headed to room 348. I stood at the front of goods. I looked at the first room. I said, well, that's got to be room number 1. And confidently grounded in that, I charged up the stairs in search of the next set of stairs to find room 348. One of our first classes was accounting. I raised my hand at the very start and I asked, why are there so many numbers? I figured I was being hilarious. I expected laughs and high fives, but I had underestimated the supportive commerce community. As the always kind Professor Bowen said, if you're worried about the course, I'll have extra office hours. And the kid next to me, as he put his hand on my shoulder, he said, we'll get through this. Yes, this supportive learning environment was ruining my game. We did get through it though. And the second semester of first year came along, where we were intimidated by Professor McConaughey. And that about covered the second semester. We never done so many readings. I remember there was a class, though, where I didn't have a chance to do them. I was walking there, and my friend said, "Don't go, Mark. Man, don't do it." We were terrified of the cold call, and I was the perfect unprepared candidate. I'd look underconfident, and he'd see right into my soul. So to avoid this, when he asked a question, I put my hand up as high as anyone. Confidently, bam, right in the air. It was a bluff. One plan was for McConaughey to think, man, this guy knows his stuff. I think I'll let someone else take this one. So there I was, staring right at him. And as any reasonable teacher would, he said, "Mark, you look like you know the answer." Things went downhill from there. It was in first year that we started to apply for organizations and summer jobs. Never forget the nervousness and excitement of those first interviews, because more and more in life, we will find ourselves on the other side of that desk. Hopefully. We made it to second year, where our time was constantly pulled between classes, our new extracurriculars, and ale. I'm actually terribly concerned ale might go bankrupt when we graduate. Maybe people just didn't answer a lot of my calls in second year, but my impression was that everyone was super busy. Finance took a lot of attention because Professor Wang seemed really cool, and you just wanted him to be your friend. Ethics took a lot of attention based on the fact that it was called ethics on your transcript. Trust me, it's almost impossible to explain to an employer that you didn't just work hard enough and you're not a terrible person. On top of that, a number of us made the move into houses, and it's tough to get work done when there's someone in your living room having a great time not doing work. And second year was also the year of group projects. So many group projects. Now I apologize for this. I actually demanded all of these as a way to deal with my parents asking, "Have you made any friends yet?" Now I could say, I was with a group of them last night. If it paints a picture. I remembered at the end of this difficult year, all students were out at Ale celebrating, and the dance floor was packed, but the commerce students were dancing up top around the pool table. Blue Ocean Strategy. If Pisonet was there, he would have loved it. I included that academic joke to show that I deserve to graduate. In third year, some of us had the humbling and eye-opening experience of exchange. We came from an environment where we were incredibly capable, all spoke the language, and were fully supported by friends, teachers, and the business school. And we were thrust into a new environment where sometimes even communication was difficult. We appreciated the kindness shown to us by others as we struggled to communicate and figure things out, and I hope we don't forget that kindness when we're faced with those here in Canada who might not feel as comfortable. It truly was humbling. I remember I was talking to a nice girl from Germany, and she commented that my English was very good. All I could say to her was thanks. As I didn't have the heart to tell her that English was my first and only language. We would like to thank the Exchange Office and administration for providing us with that truly amazing experience. And for those of you that didn't go on exchange, smart on you for getting the summer jobs that we couldn't get when we came back.